Hello, this is an AtlasHR onboarding tutorial on providing ID and uploading that ID to the onboarding checklist. So the government requires your employer to verify your identity. Part of that process is completing the Form I-9, and the other part is you supplying your employer with one or two forms of ID. So in the onboarding checklist, you should see three sections here, List A, List B, and List C. So if you have an ID from List A, so that's what's showing right now, such as a passport, you only need to supply one form of ID. And if that's the case, you can click Upload Document right here. And you don't need to fill in a document type or display name unless you want to. So the document type, if your employer has something that says like Employee ID, you could select that, otherwise leave it blank. And the display name is just if you want to name the, if you're uploading a passport, you could call it passport or something like that. And so once you'll then click here to browse for that file. So hopefully that's a picture or a scan of that ID. And then once you select it, you'll click upload. And if you've done that, then you're done with the upload ID step here, and you can click mark as complete. Now, if you do not have a passport or one of these other forms of ID on List A, you'll go ahead and just click Mark as Complete here, like we've already done, and then you'll need to upload an ID from both List B and List C. So common forms of ID from List B would be a driver's license or identification card, or possibly a military card or school ID. And then common IDs from List C, Social Security card, birth certificate are both commonly used. So you'll need to upload an ID from both List B and List C. So it's the same process. You'll click Upload Document, like so. Select your file. You can leave the document type blank, type in the name of the ID, and then click Upload, and you are good to go. So once you've done each of these steps, you'll click Mark as Complete, and Mark as Complete. And then you are done with the Upload ID section of the onboarding checklist. And that concludes our tutorial. Thanks.